Fusion Team. You've heard of it, but what is it really? And why should your company care? Today we're going to look at two users. The first user, we'll call her Brandy. Brandy's using Fusion 360. As you probably know, it's a cloud-based tool, and that means all of the data Brandy creates is stored on the cloud. Even if Brandy has to use a second device, all she has to do is log into Fusion 360 with her user account, and she has access to that same data. Now we'll add a second user. We'll call him Greg. Greg's obviously using a different computer, possibly even a different operating system, in a different location, but he's also using Fusion 360. So whether he's creating designs, running simulations, CAM, or visualization, all of that data is stored on the cloud in his Fusion 360 user account. Since they're using Fusion 360, they can each generate links to allow the other to view files that are stored in their workspace. In fact, they can even invite this non-Fusion user from the outside to view that same link. Additionally, Greg can even invite Brandy to participate in his own project where they can work on designs together. Now, at your company today, you probably have some sort of server, maybe with some mapped network drives. This allows you to control access to your data to leave the company's data stored on the company's server instead of on personal computers. Wouldn't it be nice if Fusion 360 had something that worked the similar way? One central place for all of the project design info for the whole company to live. Securities where you could control who has access to what data and who can do what. In fact, that tool does exist, and it's called Fusion Team. When a company creates a Fusion Team Hub, they have the ability to generate individual projects inside of that Team Hub and control who can access each project. In this case, Brandy is invited to the Team Hub and given access to both projects where she can add her own data and interact. Next, we'll invite Greg, and he's given access to the first project. However, he can't even see the second one since he's not a part of it. Just like before, we can create links for outside users to view, even if they're not a part of the team. Let's take a look at what happens if the company did not have a Fusion Team Hub and Brandy created data in her own Fusion account. If Brandy leaves the company or is fired from the company, that data leaves with her. However, if the company had a Fusion Team account, any data Brandy created or touched inside of the Team Hub belongs to the company. Companies can add users as needed and remove users as needed, and the data stays safe within the company's own Fusion Team Hub. So if you're a company using Fusion 360 today, or you're looking at it, you should definitely be checking out Fusion Team as well. But that's not all Fusion Team can do. Would you like to know more, or maybe have some questions we didn't quite answer? Feel free to reach out to D3 Technologies. We'll be glad to help.